Hey there, Corner Dweller Spectre 531 coming back at you, and today I got another true story for you. Alright, Corner Dwellers, well, I know you see me all glittery and whatnot. I must be having a wonderful, particularly awesome day. No, this is just some cool little filter I found, and it's like kind of wicked for my mask. It's showing it off so brilliantly. So anyway, I'm going to tell you a true story that happened. My friends, let me tell you the moral of this story right off the bat. Do not ignore things just because you like the person that they're coming from, okay? Let me explain. Alright, many years ago, my mother was part of a gospel group that become well known around this city. And, you know, they were in their own way kind of famous and whatnot. Okay. Well, eventually, Mom got out of it. Many years passed. She had me and all this and that and went on through life. Well, she reunited with one of the ladies. And, you know, she was like, oh, Spec, she's still the same old girl and all this and that and everything. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. My mama has one of her friends back. That's really wicked. So, you know, she met up with her and they completely reconnected. Mom was bringing her around more often, had me meet her. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, I met her and everything. She seemed to be real cool and whatnot. So, you know, everything was on and popping. Now, upon bringing her back in to my mom's life, she also brought this other group of people who were real cool as well. I mean, they were just nice to the ends, you know, generous and everything. So I'm like, wow, okay, you don't meet too many people like this nowadays. So yeah, we just went through that. Okay, so it turns out that this one woman that my mom used to hang with or whatnot, she started giving out Bible studies and all this and that. And Mom, she really didn't have too many friends while she was here. So she was like, yeah, Spec, I'm going to be part of this Bible study. You know what? You should come down and join us too. And come down means come downstairs, because that's where Mom would have them, you know, have it and everything. And I'm like, no, Mom, I'm good. But you do you have a good time and everything. She's like, quit being such a hermit. I'm like, no, that's who I am. No, I'm good. No, you go on. Go have fun, Mom. I'm everything. Because my mom, she was a social butterfly. She needed that social interactivity. Not her child, okay? I'm not on it. So anyway, but there have been a couple of times I had to go down there and give Mom something or whatnot after she called me all the way from up here to come bring it to her. But, you know, it's like, whatever, okay. I just deliver it and go on about my business. And sometimes I took things down there and I would have to go wash something or whatnot. And while I'm doing that, I'm listening to what's being said in the other room and everything. And it sounded like your typical Bible study. I mean, it sounded like they were truly just explaining things to a certain degree. And it was cool. You know, this woman that Mom hooked back up with, she was the one that was leading charge, you know, talking about this, that, and the other, and this is what this means, and all this and that. Okay, typical Bible study. Okay, well, things were going cool for a while until, okay, well, there was this one lady in the group. She was deathly afraid of dogs, okay, and I have dogs, okay, and one day I was in a rush out of here to work and everything, and they were outside cooking out or whatever, and I let my dog out I walked out there with her. I let her out so she could, use the bathroom and whatnot. I don't know what got into this damn dog, but she was just barking and snarling at this lady out there. I'm like, dog, will you shut the hell up and just use the bathroom? Because I was running late for work, So that's what I was doing. I'm like, will you shut the hell up and just use the bathroom and everything? And this lady just screaming and hollering. Now, don't get it twisted. The dog didn't come near her enough to bite her or anything like that. But she scared the hell out of her. And, I know that can be a jarring experience, but the dog was just doing what came naturally to it for whatever reason. Because I'm telling you, the damn dog wouldn't bite butter if you didn't tell her, look, that's food, go ahead, So, anyway, seriously, that dog is such a wimp, was such a wimp anyway, but anyway, I'm like, will you shut the hell up and just use the bathroom so I could get out of here and get on time for work? So, that's where a whole fallout became a thing, because that chick that was leading the whole Bible study and everything, they wanted to leave this whole charge against me, talking about, you were wrong for doing that and all this. And I said, look, okay, number one, I didn't know she was out there. Number two, I'm just trying to do what I have to do with my dog before I go to work, because that's my responsibility. This really has nothing to do with you. And I apologize to the lady that it happened to and everything. But since Big Mouth was over there steadily flying off with the hinges and everything, basically they kind of damned me to in their own way and whatnot. Not that I really cared. I'm like, whatever, Oh, but before all this happened, a couple of other things happened. I would listen to some of the Bible study and everything. I wasn't actually joining them. I was just within the earshot. And she was talking about how God is love and this, that, and the other. The same typical stuff that most preachers tell you. But then one day, Mom had to take them downtown or something and had me ride along with her for whatever reason. So I'm like, okay, whatever, Mom. And Mom looked over and said, wow, that lady's got some pretty white hair on her head. She gonna jump up talking about, where? What are you talking about? Where? And Mom's like, that little old lady over there, she has a beautiful head of white hair. She was like, oh, I thought you said that there was a beautiful white lady, because I was about to tell you that is wrong. God does not love them. They are evil and all this and that. I'm like, what? I said, oh, hell no. Now, see, now I know you tripping. And that's the truth, because God loves everybody. This is what Jesus teaches us, that he wants all of us to embrace one another, because we are all human. Setting up barriers and all this and that to elevate one upon the other, that's not right. What we're supposed to do is be one all together, because we are all one human race. I don't know much about God, but that's the one thing I do know and hold highly in regard, okay? So, anyway, that solidified it right there. I say, yeah, there's no way in hell I'm ever becoming part of this little group. And so, then eventually the dog incident happened and whatnot, and then they stopped talking to my mom almost completely, because while that was going on, and I did apologize and everything, and Mom then told me, why would you take that dog out there at that point in time and everything? I said, Mom, look, number one, I was in a hurry to go to work. Number two, I was taking care of my responsibility for my dog. And number 3, I did not know she was out there in the first place. And then mom's like, yeah, but I'm like, yeah, but nothing. Okay, you told me to take care of this dog and I vouched that I would, but I'll be damned if I'm going to be penalized because I'm doing what I was asked to do. Forget that. No. So eventually she saw where I was coming from and she was like, you know what, you're right. You know, that dog does have more of a right to be here than any of them. I'm like, exactly. So, you know, that was the thing. Then this broad trying to lead a big charge against me and everything. And mom eventually told her, she was like, you know what, you can quit talking against my child there, because he has done nothing wrong enough for me to put him out or anything like that, because she kept trying to compare me to her prison-laden sons and everything. My mother was like, well, my child's never even been to jail. And I thank the grace of God for that, because, you know, he's an intimidating looking black kid, and police are be more than ready to take him in or take him down or just kill him flat out. But by the grace of God, he has stayed completely out of trouble. His nose is 100% clean, and I couldn't ask for a better gift from God. That broad kept trying to talk against me, so mom was like, you know what, to hell with you. You get out of my house and you stay out and all this and that. So of course I apologized to mom, like, Mom, I didn't mean for you to lose your friends. And she's like, to hell with them, because if they were true friends, they wouldn't be trying to talk against you, because you're a part of me and you're the most important part of me that I see in this earth right now. So of course I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom. And she was like, no, don't even sweat that. So okay, years pass and I run into a couple of these people that were part of the group and everything, and I saw them and I stayed away. I'm like, oh no, I'm not trying to get into anything with anybody, because since I knew they didn't like me just because of that incident, I decided to just keep away from them. And then they said, like, wait a minute, Spectre, is that you? I'm like, hey, how you doing? And they came over and hugged me and everything, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, I wasn't expecting this, but okay, this is great. Hugs are awesome. So I embraced them and everything, and I'm like, hey, how you guys doing and everything. And all in all, they apologized for everything that went down and everything, and then told me that broad, she was a complete con artist, trying to steal money from them, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to get them evicted out of their own house when they're the ones who let her lame ass in the first place. Oh, y'all, it just blew up. I was like, wow, you know. And after all this and that, she was trying to take them to court for something that they didn't do, because these people are not violent, not even in the slightest amount. And she tried to claim that they assaulted her and all this and that. That is such bull. These people here, you can tell that nothing like that went down from them. I mean, she was just going 100% out of line and just trying to cause all sorts of drama for these folks. So they asked me if I could write a letter for them explaining to the judge or whoever about her and everything. I'm like, yes, I will gladly write that letter for you. And sure enough, I got to typing. Y'all, it turned out to be a full 2-page single-space letter about that broad there. I mean, I went in, y'all. I went in. I did not care. I was giving everything I knew about her and why I couldn't stand her. And they were so happy with that letter. They were so happy and everything. They kept thanking me. I'm like, look, there's no thanks needed. I just know what everything's about. So y'all take care. And they've kept in touch ever since, because that one bad element was out of the door. So my friends, there you go. Yeah, she was an evil broad, but trying to use God's name to slide into people's lives. The same way a lot of these priests and preachers are out here. Well, not the real priests and preachers, because they're truly trying to lead you towards God. But these that just use the name and are evil on the inside, have evil intent, just watch out for those, y'all. So anyway, Corner Dwellers, there's my story. I hope you enjoyed this joint, because it was a bitter experience to live through, but hey, I'm still here, aren't I? So on that note, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and hit that like button or upvote button like it owes you money. It's already black, make it blue. And if you want to be an official Corner Dweller, go ahead and hit that subscribe button or the follow button. And if, only if, you want to say something to Spect, you know, you want to chat about this experience I had, if you want to chat about an experience you had that's along the same lines, or if you want to talk about something completely different, go ahead and drop it in that comment section right there, because I will totally read them and love to read them. So on that note, Corner Dwellers. Oh, and by the way, in the description there's going to be a link to a guy that really needs some financial help. It seems like I'm the only one that's donated to him so far. But you know, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys are at least spreading the link, okay, because that dude really needs a helping hand. So on that note, this is Spectre 531 fading away.